T-minus 80 seconds. T-minus 70 seconds. T-minus 60 seconds. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 15 seconds.
Good evening and welcome to the Outpost series, brought to you by the Last Movie Outpost.
Matt, you got something you need to tell us?
I feel like I'm being colonized.
As you can see, it looks like Matt is taking the death of our beloved Queen very seriously, whereas I, however, do not. I wish I thought of that, but I would never go to that many lengths to celebrate the death of the Queen.
The tie is a nice touch.
Thank you.
Even though it's fun.
To be fair,
it's not a gift one, it's a real one. It's a real one.
I was just going to say, to be fair, it has taken him 16 hours to put that on. So, hello and welcome to the Outpost Frequencies, brought to you by the lastmovieoutpost.com for all of your movie news, reviews, and everything cool about film. We've got a full house tonight.
Get together. Come on, man. Professional.
Right. Take all the serious out. We're not here to laugh. We're not here to have fun. I always remember that. So basically, welcome to the New Look stream, which we have done. We have decided to actually spend nearly $14 on a new introduction and a little banner.
$14.50. It's $14.50.
Exactly. So I mean, we've really pushed the boat out, but it does look a lot more professional and everything looks nice, apart from Matt, who looks like a colonialist. But
proudly.
I'm your host, and you can see all our names. Look as well. Look, no, down here, look our names and everything. Isn't that great? Right. So yes, I'm your host, Boba Phil, but with us we got a full house. Hello, everybody. How are we all?
Fantastic.
Hello.
Brilliant. So that's
9/11 was an inside job. Funded by Mossad.
There is so much that we probably shouldn't say on here. So yes, we are here in our new look. We hope you like it. And what's going to really annoy Yoda is I can look at that. See, that's much better. Let's give the people what they want. That they just my lovely face. There we go. Like, see, you don't even need to see the others. Whoa!
Dream. It's all mine now. Mine.
This is going to be fun tonight. So yes, another interesting week.
Giving him the keys to this.
What does delete mean? What does remove mean? Remove Boba Phil. So yes, it's been another.
I know what it means.
Another interesting week. you know, in the crappy, boring real news, I don't know if people have been watching, but it's been very entertaining watching a coffin drive around Scotland for the last 6 hours
So
in the
Dean,
UK.
Dean was telling me about that cake they made when she turned 96 or whatever, and it was a corgi or whatever. So Dean has tried his hand making a coffin-shaped cake, Cuthbert cake, and I really wished I had a picture of it I could pull up right now. But he's having a lot of fun at the dead queen's expense right now.
I think my
fair
favorite
play.
my favorite meme has got to be the last tweet of the Queen. I have information leading to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
My favorite one was there was a news channel apparently from Africa, and it said that the Queen has died, and so Prince Charles becomes the new Queen of England.
Yeah, my
If you can make
favorite
a
is
typo,
I saw a screenshot of a tweet where a woman goes like, "This woke has gone far enough. Now they're trying to have a man queen,"
yeah.
and that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny for a woman, Twitter woman anyway.
To be fair, they've had those for a long time.
Well, women.
Disavow.
Queens.
He's talking about your dad. Phil.
Backwards.
If you know what I mean. And I think you do.
Oh man, I nearly said something then that would have got us kicked off.
I
Talking
keep
about
waiting
Michelle.
for I keep
Michelle
waiting for
Obama?
some. Yeah. I keep waiting for Kent Brockman to come on and says, apparently God did not save the Queen tonight.
Right,
So
okay.
does Charles have to pull a sword out of a donkey's ass or something now?
A
As part of
boy's
the-
ass.
Oh,
He's
that's Andrew. That's Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that clip? Did I send you
Yeah.
that clip of Andrew touching up his daughter on live TV?
Yeah.
Such
Yes.
a shitty nonce.
He's a real
It's
Biden name.
He can't help it. It's muscle memory.
Guys, we really need to talk about the most important thing. How does this affect Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
I know.
We got to
poor
make it
thing.
about her.
Yeah.
They will.
The funniest take on that was Dean telling, we've all seen Lethal Weapon 2, right? Have you seen Lethal Weapon 2, Matt?
Many years ago, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, of course.
when he goes in there and he's pretending he wants a passport to go to South Africa, and the guy goes, but he's black, and so Dean said that when Harry first
we
introduced
lost him.
Meghan,
Or we lost me.
when he first introduced Meghan to the Queen, and Dean cuts to that, but Harry, she's black. And it was
Well, apparently that's what Philip said to her when he first met her, because he used a racial slur and everything else. And she said she wouldn't say who it was, but it was like, it's Philip, it's definitely Philip. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because, I mean, he's not exactly known for his subtlety when it comes to other races.
so you're saying he was pretty based.
very based,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of miss him
Bit
for
of
that,
allegiance, to be
really.
honest with you.
I think
know,
the
the worst-
favorite. I was going to say favorite quote of his is when he went to Scotland and he was talking to a driving instructor and he said, "How do you keep them sober long enough for them to be able to take a test?"
Brilliant.
The Queen. There's only one major problem with the Queen, and that was her lack of support for Rhodesia. They really hung them out to dry.
Yep. I think my
Oh,
favorite
no idea what you're
story.
talking about.
You don't know about your own country's. Oh my God!
No.
See, there used to be
course
this
we don't.
wonderful. There used to be this flourishing Western country, very rich, very nearly a paradise in Africa called Rhodesia, and then it became Zimbabwe, and it's not so much that great of a place anymore.
Ah.
And you can
Oh, well.
look up the details on that
Do
yourself.
you know what's
but-
even worse about that situation is I've actually been there. We had some friends who moved out there, and I've actually been there. But no, I didn't know any about that history. And stuff.
when it was Rhodesia
No.
or Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe, I think it was like 1980. Yeah, must have been.
So what did
no,
they
no.
do to the place?
Well, it was being attacked by communists, and they used the excuse of the West, England didn't support Rhodesia's independence because white government, and they hung them out to
Okay.
dry. They cut off all support to them. Everybody did, and then they fell to the communists, and then under the guise of black rule, because they were the majority, and then a lot of nastiness happened, still ongoing.
Yeah, it's not like we would do anything like that. Vietnam.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Afghanistan.
So let's
Oh, well.
talk about movies now, because politics is boring. I feel
I
like
wanted to
I'm
do it just in
interviewing
case
a
Maddie was in
politician.
the chat.
I was going to say, I want. It looks like I'm interviewing an MP from over here because I'm back with a Union Jack flag behind me. I think all of them at the moment with interviews have been doing exactly what Matt's doing in putting on a tie
Exactly.
and then having the Union Jack behind them.
He's got,
saying
but
about-
he's got a black talon too for morning, which is a very nice touch.
I've got a what,
yeah,
sorry?
black
Black,
tie on.
the tie's black, for morning, right? Was that on purpose?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, it's the only one he's got. He's got two,
Do you know,
he's got two
our,
ties. He's got two ties. He's got a bright one for weddings and a dark one for court.
And funerals. And
What do
funerals.
you call Matt when he's at court? The defendant. Hey,
our newsreaders now have to wear black for the next 10 days.
oh.
Yeah, and
They
apparently
have
there's
to,
no
every single one of
no comedy
For
programs
9/11?
on for the next 7 days.
Is it because of the
Is it-
anniversary of
well,
9/11?
Yeah, it'd be that.
Yeah,
And all our radio stations as well, they're not playing normal music. It's all like quite somber, chilled out stuff.
the weird thing is
It's
Americans
mental,
keep
isn't
going on. Why do Americans go on about 9/11 on the 11th of the 9th?
I don't know, man. We do everything backwards over here. What can I say?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Anyway, right. Let's talk about movies. What's our first subject? Bring up the banner, Yoda.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
here we go.
May I have
Oh,
another?
look at that! Hooray! You can actually read what
Pinocchio.
we're going to be talking about.
Pinocchio but
Distro-
broken.
Absolutely. Now, I sat down to watch this out of pure morbid curiosity, and
yeah, you did.
I love woke. It was great. No, out of the morbid curiosity for it, and I don't want to sound like an old miserable fart who goes on about woke and everything else, but this was the
However.
worst thing I have ever seen.
That being said,
It was. I genuinely could not believe the ending where it literally said Pinocchio spoilers for something you'll never watch. Oh, would you, Adam and Eve? It's my mum.
oh Jesus.
She's asking who's the handsome chap in the black tie.
She said, Phil, did the Queen pass
Did-
away?
did you
Please
know
tell
the
me
Queen
it's
died?
be on the news.
Oh, bloody hell, woman! Hang on,
Might have
hang
heard
on.
something about that. She's probably
Oh,
having
he's
a
taking
stroke.
live.
Yeah.
He's taking a live call from his mum.
Yeah.
Taking a
mute
live
yourself.
call.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna mute his ass.
That's 1450 wasted.
He's been muted.
So
So I'll
yeah,
call
it
you
looks
up,
terrible.
Phil. We can't hear you anymore.
So I really want to do. I want to know if they do that horrific turn into a donkey scene in the new movie. That's the only thing I want to know. And I know
guess
what
that
Matt's
I
thinking
haven't-
about already.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to go ahead and spoil the ending that he was going to spoil because apparently he can't, be a professional. We have at the end, he does not turn into a real boy. He stays a wooden boy for reasons. He'll be a real boy in his heart, but he will not be a real boy.
As
in
long as you
actuality.
believe,
Yes.
as long as you
Okay.
believe in something, that's what you are.
Is that
if it's
really?
not like Vegas, you're not.
Oh,
Is
That
that
is-
So
that
really?
is act-
so wait.
no.
So if I believe I'm a woman in my heart, I have ovaries.
No, you don't need to get the trans surgery, apparently.
Yeah.
Because she didn't give him the magic trans surgery to turn
So
him into
it's-
a real boy.
Oh, I thought it was
The
a
whole-
fairy
This is
tale, not real life.
anti-trans, I think.
Turf movie.
It's a turf movie, baby.
It was.
Wait, is
I
it- wait a minute.
genuinely. I was
Is
gonna
this
say,
movie
I
already
genuinely-
out? Wait.
Yeah,
Is the
it's on
movie out?
streaming. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on
I thought-
streaming.
I thought
Disney
this was just
Plus.
a trailer. Oh my
No,
God.
no. The actual end of the movie, Jiminy Cricket says that Pinocchio learns to care about Geppetto because he thinks Geppetto's dying and he cries. And then he says that he didn't turn into a real boy. He remained a toy because in his heart he believed he was a real boy. And that was the end of it. And
But
Okay.
really, that's
Shocking.
kind of a better fate, though, right? Because he'll never have to pay taxes or grow up. or-
yeah, but he's always got to be
Yeah.
worried about fire. Come on, Sean, think. All right.
Yeah. Well,
He'll get
yeah.
woodworm.
I'm really find it bizarre because it's basically saying you need to work within the physical constraints of your body that you
can
have
do
to
what you want.
accept. Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is anti-trans. I mean,
Yeah,
they're the
yeah.
ones that want to bring all this politics into everything. We've
Yeah.
established that, right? This is Disney's going for okay. And you've been pro-trans all this time, and then you bring out this movie, and that is clearly an anti-trans message. What gives Disney? Can you pick a freaking lane? That's all I'm asking.
Is this movie a Disney remake of the Stanley Kubrick / Spielberg AI?
Who did it better? That's like kind of asking. That's like asking which is the best version: Seven Samurai, or the Three Amigos.
Remake
I'm just
I
saying.
can't believe that's the end of the story. That is
I can't either.
ridiculous.
I thought that Pinocchio would get like a surgery and have his wooden nose cut off.
Or
and
maybe
then-
just introduce a little bit of innocent magic and make him a real boy.
Yeah, you know,
Which
like
is the whole
in the
moral of
story.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Disney, what are you
genuinely
doing?
the worst thing.
Wait a
about
minute.
it
Wait a
is-
minute. Wait a
is-
minute. So wait a minute. A real fairies are real in this movie, right? And I'm sorry, I used
Yeah.
quotation marks. I didn't mean to imply that kind of fairy. But
Yes, but they're
So-
black.
so
Yeah, they're true, Sean.
it's black. The fairy, but Yoda, the fairy is black.
It's black.
But so magical fairies can exist, but Pinocchio can't be turned into a real boy.
And
despite the
talking
existence-
foxes.
Yeah,
And he can live
and
inside a
talking
wow.
crickets. Yeah, and all kinds of
But-
things.
I
And
don't
kids
know,
who
it
turn
seems-
into donkeys.
It seems
Does
to
that
me
happen
that
in the movie?
Yes.
Is
But
it
not
as horrific?
not as good. No.
Oh, man.
And again, what made me laugh is they go to Pleasure Island, and apparently girls are allowed on Pleasure Island now, not just boys. So everybody can go there.
Is
that's
it
why they
Epstein's
call
Island?
it Pleasure Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
The
go to
girls have got to be
Epstein's
there for
Island.
something.
Anyway, they go to Epstein's Island. Continue.
Oh, sorry. Pleasure Island. Sorry. Freudian slip there. But they go to Pleasure Island, and basically they are taught that they can indulge in whatever they want to, and they can have the best time that they possibly can. And given fake happiness, they are taught to consume everything that they are given, and then they turn into jackasses, much like Disneyland.
Or Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, this was, like I say, I don't want to sound like that miserable old fart who says this is completely woke, but it was just the worst thing I have ever seen. It was even
what was
more.
Hanks like?
What was
Sorry.
who?
Sorry, I didn't interrupt. Tom Hanks. What was he like?
He was actually, the rest of the movie was actually quite good. The direction was really nice. I love the little bit where all the clocks go off every hour, and all of them are kind of like Disney movies. Like there's a little Woody and a Bullseye come out of a cuckoo clock, and
A what?
Maleficent
Wait a minute.
and
what?
Woody and
Woody?
Bullseye.
Oh.
Oh,
I
Where's
heard
Buzz?
Woody and balls.
I heard
Balls.
too.
Yeah, the little Woody and Balls comes out of the clock. It's great. Just like in Disneyland.
Just like
Fun
on
for the
Epstein's
whole
Island.
family.
Oh,
But no,
man.
with it, like, and I say I was sat there watching it and going, this is quite a sweet film. And Tom Hanks is very good. It's then really weird the fact that Tom Hanks, obviously this is set in an Italian village in the middle sort of 1800s, I suppose, and he's trying to do the accent in this sort of crappy Italian
Well,
style.
he's German.
He was
He's
Welsh man.
Roberts.
Hello, Pinocchio. Isn't it lovely in here? But anyway, he's trying to do the accent, but when the fairy turns up, she's perfectly English, and it's kind of, I don't know. It just didn't. It was weird.
Well, it
But-
was like that in the original movie too, I think.
But then what I'm saying is I mean, if you're going by the accents on what they look like, yes, the original Blue Fairy was white and fair, and so she would probably sound English. I expected the this
Oh,
blue
that
fairy.
hold on.
Oh, he's digging himself in a hole. Let's just sit back and watch him
No,
dig
no, I'm
himself
not.
in this hole. This is going to be glorious.
This is gonna be
I was-
big.
Going.
I was expecting it to sort of say,
Back.
so you want to be a real boy, man? You know?
come on, this is Disney. They would have done they would have done cross promotion. She would have came in and go, Wakanda forever.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
She
Um,
comes in and goes, "Yo, dog, I heard you want to be a real boy."
What's up, man? Oh wait, no, can't do that one. But yeah, and it was just like I say, the rest of the movie was quite good. And I, as I said in my review, somebody recently on Twitter said, "Is this woke? Really that bad, or can we just ignore it?" And I found myself ignoring it, and then I was kind of like angry at myself because it's kind of like, this is how they get you. That film I watched the other day, I did a review of They Them. which was just completely openly trans and everything. That was like, you know, hammer in the face. This is what's going on. This movie is so much more subtle that it's kind of like, you know, oh yeah, but you're enjoying the movie. Oh, by the way, everybody's okay being trans and everything else, and make sure we all love each, you know. And it's just like that's doing it under the radar of it, and that kind of made me more angry.
Well, let's just talk about it from just a pure. Let's say that the woke stuff wasn't in it. Just from a pure movie standpoint, is this any better than the original? And if it isn't, what was the point?
Money.
Don't. Duh. I haven't seen the original for many, many years. And if it wasn't for the woke and they just kept the original story, it would be an entertaining little movie. But the message just rips that from under you right at the very end.
Right. But I mean, like, at best, it could be as good as the original. And it's like, well, then just watch the fucking original.
Yeah. I know. But then
I don't understand the purpose of all the. I don't understand the purpose. I mean, money, but that aside, the live action remakes, I don't. Just re-release the animated films. They did that all of our lives in theater. You know, they re-released these films from the 40s and stuff, and
I think home video kind of ruined a lot of that. Though I don't know. I mean, they put Jaws in IMAX, and I went and saw it. I think it did well. I think COVID kind of has brought that kind of idea back a little bit, where, hey, I've never been able, because some of these movies have been out for so long, it's like I've never been able to see this movie on the big screen. I'd like to do that. Jaws was one for me. I think there's, you know, I mean, kids or even people in their 30s never saw Star Wars on the big screen. It is a big screen kind of movie, you know. So I don't know. Maybe there is something for that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to some non-Disney topic.
I'm afraid we have nothing but Disney topics here.
Bear with.
So
what's next?
She-Hulk.
There we
It's
go.
the worst thing ever created by humans and Disney employees.
And that is saying something. That is saying something. Oh, we've got a comment. We've got a comment. Show it, Yoda.
Okay. Hold on.
Wait a minute. That's gonna get us demonetized if you start showing the comments.
Yeah. I'm holding out for the trans version of Pinocchio.
Transformer Pinocchio? That sounds great. What do you think he turned into? Like a little motorbike or a Vespa or what?
Well, no, there is a scene. There is a scene in the new Pinocchio where a boat gets damaged and Pinocchio kicks his legs to make the boat go faster, much like Little Flash did in Incredibles. Exactly same scene. At least, I suppose, actually, when you say about a trans version of Pinocchio, the good thing is if he is made of wood, it does save a lot of money on the surgery because it's just a little knock with a little file, and it's done.
And then drill a hole in it.
Exactly.
Does it get bigger when he lies? You think?
I think most men's do.
The deleted scene of the blue fairy sitting on Pinocchio's face. Lie to me, Pinocchio.
Yeah. Oh Lord, Pinocchio, tell me a lie. I tell you, I've always wondered about that, though. You know, how did he piss? You know.
Yeah, but he doesn't he won't need to piss.
Like, I can't imagine Geppetto went to all the, like, you know, internal workings and everything else. I think it was just a puppet.
Well, it's a Disney production. If it was real, then he would have probably spent a lot of time working on the anus muscles.
Since he transforms into a real boy in the cartoon, though, he's obviously not got genitals as a puppet. So is he like this horror where he's like, oh, I'm finally a real boy, and then he looks down, he's like, is what am I supposed to do? I'm a freak here. I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
no, it's good because he's gender fluid. You know, he can be whatever he likes.
Well, then why are you calling he?
This goes into my thesis that's anti-trans, because if they actually transformed him into a human with no genitals, then we're into that whole suicide thing, right? So
41%.
Wow.
That took a dark turn.
I was going to say, we've really taken the joy out of Pinocchio.
That's right.
Doesn't sound like much of it in there.
Now we're going to take
a darker turn into
She-Hulk. Yes.
Oh, I got it, guys. I got it. Pinocchio's genitals is a root. He's a tree, so, you know, he's made out of trees. He's got a root, right? I just
It's
wanted
a carrot.
just like the snowman I used to make when I was a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, I still love that in Dumb and Dumber when she hands the coal and the thing, and she comes back and looks at the face, and he's like, "Ooh, right, sorry." Right. Anyway, She-Hulk.
I was kind of shocked at how, like, we've talked about She-Hulk, and I said in my review, you know how we've had these moments in She-Hulk that have stuck out in these episodes, the twerking or the false feminism nonsense. I called in my anger, all these little scenes that people have used as examples to show how bad this show is. And I honestly believe that this episode is like the writer saying, let's take that scene that people hate and stretch it out so the entire episode is that bad. Every single excruciating moment of that episode. I mean, they had a terrible, unfunny, cliche dating montage scene where the guys that she ran into were just cartoon insanity. They did this bizarre courtroom thing, and then Wong is they have this like a Chris Angel or the terrible magicians that they have nowadays, but he actually learned a tiny bit of magic, and so he uses it on this cheap stage, and then Wong is all mad about it. It's like, remember when the Doctor Strange came out and you felt like you were investigating this weird, new, serious, sacred area of the Marvel universe, and now it's just a fucking joke where Wong just sits with this cute.
You're being a bit harsh
little...
there. I think Wong has been feeling a bit left out, and now he's been emasculated like the rest of the Marvel crew. So that's good.
He clearly needs the paycheck and doesn't care about this character he's created. No. And then they have this girl that you just want to, she's like a puppy. You just want to put her in a sack and drown her. And it's just awful from beginning to end. Even the action fight is just like, I don't know why this is happening or why I care or what's the point of all this. And it's just bad CGI. There was not one single second of this episode that was good. And I'm like going, wow, they just keep, I call it one-upping, but they're going down, one belowing.
Do you know what's great? Do you know what's great though? Is the fact that we still haven't seen Daredevil yet. So we've got that to look forward to. Because
I think he's in the next one, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but she's going to be ruining Daredevil next. So happy days. Yeah. That's
that Netflix show was great.
Yeah,
I mean, they really understood and treated him with seriousness and made a very good show. It's a little dour, but it was excellent. And now they're going to make him a joke too. It's like, okay, what the MCU, you had this wonderful thing that you set up, and it was a thing that, sure, it had humor in it, and maybe a little bit more so than some people wanted, but it never didn't take its scenarios and its stories seriously. The characters in it took their world seriously, and you took it seriously with it. And since Phase 4, all the people that built this, they've moved on to other things, and now we're bringing in people who have no idea how to do storytelling, they are gleefully enjoying destroying these things.
Yeah,
they're happy.
Look what we've all set up. Now let's tear it all down.
Yeah, but they don't actually look at it like that, do they? They look at it that they're improving it. This is what's so flabbergasting about the whole thing. They look at it and think, actually, we're adding to this.
I'm a little on the fence about that, Matt. I think that they are spiteful, and they're the Joker. They want to watch the world burn, or at least they want to watch things that people that look like me they want to destroy those things, and they're happy to do it and cash a paycheck while they're doing it.
I just did you bring it up as well? Is when she was building a Tinder profile, or whatever it was, when they were sitting in the bar, and that white guy had come up to them and said, "Hey, sexy ladies, let me buy you a drink." He's like, "That never happens."
No, everything
it never happens.
I say that all the time.
What are you talking about? Yeah, Sean, you say that all the time, and that's why you're here with us on a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
And eating raw squirrel in a week.
Think about it, Matt. This is a world that has just gotten over the blip. Now, if half of the population disappeared for 5 years and then came back, I mean, all this nonsense that we fight about today, that would not be a thing anymore. That would be, I mean, we're talking about a horrendous, this is like going through the Great Depression. You weren't worrying about your pronouns in the Great Depression. We're just trying to eat.
This is like living through a queen dying.
I'm just saying that in this world, to have people just resume being just shallow, empty shells just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't understand what they have and they don't understand what they're doing. So the only thing or they do, and they just want to burn it.
What I liked about that whole Tinder scene is that guy ends up back at her place and she ends up picking him up and taking him to the bedroom. Imagine that was a Hulk doing that with a woman.
I tell I really was thinking about what you're saying there, Yoda, and when you say like, oh, they're destroying it, but I was looking at some of the earnings from Disney and Disney Plus. I think it was earlier this week or maybe last week, and they made so much profit, and it's like this, like they say, go woke, go broke, but it's not hurting them. So why not continue doing that shit?
Because
them,
yeah, it's so far it's not hurting.
No, it's not hurt them at all, dude. They made so much.
At some point, there's going to be a law of diminishing returns. I mean, we certainly have seen that in the box office for Thor. We saw it for Doctor Strange. The only one that's done well is Spider-Man because it was the only one that treated the source material well.
Actually, just wanted to make a good film.
Yeah. Now, if you already have the streaming stuff, kind of throws the economics into a tizzy. It's a thing that we've never had before. So I don't know how that affects all this. Are people going to start canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions? Or are they didn't over the
but apparently not enough to matter a lot more. They've gained.
They didn't have the growth that they were expecting. There was a growth, but it wasn't anywhere near, and it wasn't the numbers that they wanted it to be. Now, I agree with you, Sean. They're still making money. They're still doing well. Is this short-term stuff? And what's it going to be in the long term? Especially once, we're talking food shortages at the end of this year. Mm-hmm. I hope not, but that's what we're talking about. So, are people going to be keeping this luxury of a service that makes stuff that's by people that hate them?
What do you want to do tonight? Do you want to eat dinner or watch She-Hulk? Ooh,
well, they'll use their welfare to eat dinner.
I'm not answering the question because I don't know. We're going to have to see it how it plays out. It'll be interesting though.
I am cynical enough to think that this, and like with the Rings of Power and some of the other stuff, that they've had this mass controversy.
Feel it's Rings of Power.
Reigns of Power.
Rangs.
Oh, sorry, Rings of Power.
I am nothing about buzzing, no hobbits.
Oh Lord, them rings is coming to get me. But I genuinely think that it is a marketing ploy that they have done this because you go to Twitter or any social media, everybody's talking about it, and that's
hate
what they
watching
want.
it. Hate watching.
Yeah.
Razor Fist warned about this. He's like, no hate watching, and I was like, that's what I've been saying. And people still.
I watched the first 2 episodes to talk about it. I'm not doing anymore. It was
I switched off in the 3rd episode because I was just bored. Absolutely boring. There's just nothing going on.
We can at least say.
Well, that's not true. Come on.
It is true.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I genuinely think Lord of the Rings is boring.
I think the Hobbit.
Sean, it's because Matt can't read, and so he's never read the books. So.
Well, the books are boring as shit.
The books are fucking boring.
Yeah, the books.
Treeboard has a sentence that goes on about 4 chapters long. So yes, we get it, Tolkien. You're eloquent and you can put words on paper.
The Hobbit is a good read. It's interesting, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on the Lord of the Rings. So then I get to Fellowship of the Ring, and they have the party, and then it's like 42 pages of fucking probate, and then the Sackville Baggins gets this from Bilbo, and this. I'm like, God, somebody shoot somebody! What?
I needed a laser and an explosion.
I need a sword, anything.
I mean, the
Somebody
story was
stuck
all
their-
right, but it could
No, I don't care.
it could have used a vampire. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, Yoda.
And
Let's
he knows-
go to the comments.
Hold on.
Let's go to the
Yeah.
comments. Look.
All right.
Lord of the
Let's
Rings
see.
is boring.
She-Hulk only
Oh, look
makes
at all
sense
this.
as an exercise, I know, in hiring for diversity over talent. When it comes to the writing and directing, otherwise, who's this made for? Put up the next comment as well, because he said, "Who's this made for?" Definitely not made for fans of superheroes, sitcoms, courtroom shows, and also not for kids. Yeah, who is it made for then?
I'll take this one.
It's made for me
It's made,
to hate
it's
watch
made
it.
for
That's who it's made
50-year-old
for.
women. It's made for 50-year-old women that are still virgins and spend their entire
I've got-
weekends with their cats.
Yeah.
And they
Drinking
look at
wine.
this, and they look at this and they think that's how the real world works. They look at it and think, yeah, that's exactly how white men are. I'm so glad I'm still a virgin at 50. That's
And
who
they
it's made for.
And they masturbate with Funko Pops vibrators.
It's also made for 50-year-old guys who have a deep love of movies
Seats.
and hate watch it, so they can talk about it on shows like this.
That seemed autobiographical to me. I'm just saying.
That's a very specific demographic, isn't it?
So,
Just saying.
Sean, are you doing the next? Are you doing the next review of She-Hulk? Are you doing episode
No,
5?
fuck no. I'm not. What are you, insane? I'm not watching that shit.
Are we all out of it now? We've all taken our
Hey,
turn. Are we not
one
gonna
of us
bother?
is taking one for the team. I'll give She-Hulk this. It's not boring. The Rings of Power is boring. It's
Rings.
and boring. At least
The
She-Hulk is.
rings of power.
It's the rings of power.
She-Hulk is 25 minutes. I'm in and out, and
Oh, it's
On to
them
the next
Lord of
one.
the Rings again.
25 minutes, he's in and out. That's what his wife says.
that's right. Except it's about 10% of that. But
Oh, look, no, careful, look, we've got here. Seriously, if one more person says Lord of the Rings is boring, I'm going to lose it. And the next comment says, Matt, I know where you shower, which is weird because I didn't think Matt did, but
I do, and he does know where I shower because it's upstairs with his mum.
Ooh,
I-
burn. Oh, hey, oh.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
let's move on from that by just saying Lord of the Rings is boring.
this has
What
gotten crazy. This has gotten very Biden-esque. I got to tell you.
Yeah. Start shaking your fist. Matt, start shaking your fist when you say Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings is born.
Better hope he doesn't. Better hope he doesn't write a
People that
diary.
like Lord of the
with,
Rings are a danger to democracy.
So let's
So-
talk about the D. I did the D23 trailer roundup and threw it all out there so we can only have one lousy article and you can get them all in one place.
Wait. In the comments in response to that, Matt, apparently you just insulted King Charles because he said his mother died last week, and that was not cool of you to say that.
Wait, look, I'm wearing a tie out of respect, man. Come on.
Okay, we can move
I
on
feel
now.
like since it's ironic, it's kind of a disrespect.
so yeah,
Respect.
D23. I didn't think D23 was a thing. Apparently, it's an epic place for all Disney fans to go to. And I did think to myself, that to me sounds like hell. If I died, that's where my hell would be.
I should just
You
rename
know, a
it
few
Epstein Island.
people. You know, a few people there. This is their kink. You know it is.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, look,
It really is, yeah.
Minnie the Mouse is wearing that spotty dress again. Ooh, flipping hell.
Yeah.
Do you get to take the costumes home or not? Oh, you don't. Oh, that's okay.
Do you think they would get mad if you tried to? Do the people that dress up at Disney World, do they count as furries, or is that a different? genre?
No, they're not furries. Some of them are child traffickers, apparently.
Did that?
But-
Well, so are furries, but
Yeah.
do you think that's what inspired the furry costume though? Is those people at Disney dressing up as like Goofy and stuff? And it's like, oh, ho, 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 hey kid, let me show you my wiener.
There is. Let me find a meme of that while you're talking. 'Cause let me find a meme of that because I did find one the other day, which was absolutely brilliant. Carry on talking whilst I find it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna
would they
break-
get?
I'm going to see how well I do with this. So just give me a second here. I'm going to share this.
There we go.
Oh, there's an interesting comment.
Look at that. Look at what we
Wow.
can do now. So
Wow.
we've got the trailer round up. I don't
Hang on, hang
know-
on.
I feel like
No,
I feel like a real boy now.
You should.
Stop sharing a second because I want to share just this quick picture. This one
God
here.
damn it! This took me forever to figure
There you
this
go.
out. Fired on his first day because he accidentally put his pants on backwards.
Accidentally.
Hello, kids. It's me, Winnie. Let's have a cuddle.
Yeah.
Winnie
Winnie
the
the Pooh pusher.
that
Winnie
character's
the
name is
Pooh.
Willie in your poo. No, Willie
So
in your
what-
poo.
I'm
Winnie the
curious
Pooh
to see if
pusher.
this works.
That was-
Let me see if I can play this.
That was so degenerate. I swear. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh,
So it looks like
Get a hold of yourself, man.
what's up with him?
Can we play these trailers? Mute him and let's play this trailer.
But it doesn't
So
sound like it doesn't sound like it. I don't know if the sound comes through. Maybe you guys on the chat can tell me if the sound is coming through. But it's
you've got it muted. You've got it muted on your end there on the video itself. It looked like.
no, I know. Oh,
Get
do
the
I
little-
have it muted?
Oh, okay.
No, it's not now.
Let me see.
Well, it's okay. This will save us from a copyright strike
No.
anyway.
That doesn't
I'll
work.
tell you what.
Yeah, that's right.
Amy
I
Adams
didn't-
is a bit of a salt.
All right, so we got Disenchanted.
Didn't even
15
watch it.
years later, we're gonna watch Disenchanted. I don't care. So,
Oh,
but
I don't
will
think
say,
I've actually seen the first one.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's
I
a
like
sequel.
the
look.
first one, and this one
Sorry.
seems to have the same tone, and I don't see a lot of woke. It's probably gonna be fine.
Just hang on, just before you move it, I just want to read this as John Travolta. It's got Amy Adams, Patrick Dempsey, and James Marsden.
Azim Adelaide. True in a shot of pressure.
Right, okay, what's the next one? Oh, again, Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh, Bette Midler, forget it. An old horse face.
Oh,
What's her
God.
name?
You
Jessica
know what
Parker.
Bette Midler reminds me of? She is like the living embodiment
Satan.
of that happy merchant meme. That's what she looks like to me. Pull that up,
Merchant.
Phil. Yeah, pull up the happy merchant meme. On second thought, don't do that. Matt knows what I'm talking about here.
I'll watch anything with Amy Adams. It's the only reason I watch the DCE.
Now that I've seen one of these, yeah. I don't think I've seen the first Hocus Pocus, to be perfectly honest, because there's nothing
I
about it that
never
makes
have
me want to
either.
watch it.
I figure they waited this long so they could save on Bette Midler's makeup budget. It's like she just looks like that now.
Yo. Is Horseface? Isn't Horseface in that too?
Yes. Sarah
Yeah,
Jessica
Jessica Parker's in it.
Yeah,
She ain't got any better looking, that's for sure.
Oh,
No.
she is gross.
How about Willow?
No.
I'm kind of intrigued. I gotta be honest. I'm a little intrigued. I haven't seen the
IP's
trailer.
got
I'm
to be
avoiding it.
mined, baby. They got to be mined.
Again, I'm going to say this, that Warwick Davis is a crap actor. His
Is Matt
only thing
Mardigan
going
gonna
for
be
him
in it?
is...
Is
I have
Val
no
Kilmer
I
reprising his
don't
role?
think so.
Oh,
I don't
why
think
not?
so.
I don't think so, no.
One,
Hello,
it would be-
everyone. Willow,
Why
come
not?
with
Yeah.
me.
he's
Because
good
it's
actor.
already-
Wait.
because this remake is already sad enough, Sean.
Willow,
Does anyone-
come with me.
That blonde girl in the House of Dragon, she looks a bit like Warwick Davis.
Well, he is a very versatile actor, so,
It could be.
it could be him. No, again,
Human
I'm...
woman.
Oh, no, this I am
is-
looking
midget.
forward to. This I'm
Oh, yeah.
definitely looking forward to. The weird thing
Nailed
about
it.
this
great
Look
is
at her.
for
She
this.
looks so much. She looks literally just like the cartoon version. It's amazing.
Ginger side.
with it, I went on
Her eyes are
Instagram
so
earlier,
far
and
apart.
Disney. She's nearly a hammerhead shark. And the trailer for this was up on Instagram. But what was weird was I went to check the comments to see what people are saying. Everybody is being nice about it, and I just thought,
Yeah, of course
that's
they are.
weird. That's weird. And even somebody said, "Oh, I don't think she would have been maybe dark skinned," and people were sort of right having a go at them. And I was really sort of thinking, no, but it was just weird that it's kind of out of all that, I would have thought somebody somewhere would have said, well, this is a load of work crap, but they've obviously deleted all those comments, which is unusual.
Of course they have.
Yeah.
That must have taken
Obvious.
ages to delete that lot.
Well, look, looking at the YouTube trailer at the moment, it's got 257,000 likes and 933,000 dislikes. Know your audience, Disney. Know your audience.
I know people are going on about the fact that they've race swapped her and everything else, but the thing that really annoys me and has always annoyed me about films with mermaids is, why do they wear bras?
Because
Well,
it's
their
easier for
tits in their face.
Takeaway here is, here's the important takeaway: whether they're, no matter what race they are, all mermaids smell like fish on the inside. I think is how that old saying goes.
Anyway,
The other pink
Moving on.
salmon is not the
And on
only.
that bombshell.
See, you plebes don't appreciate my superior.
No, we get
sense
it.
of
We
humor.
get it. It won't go away.
You want me to explain it to you?
No,
Do you need me to
no.
explain it, Matt? It's because
No, I'm
see,
pretty.
No.
I'm confident. I'm
I
confident.
swear
I
to
know
God, I'm
what you're
going to
talking
kick you off the stream.
about.
Sean,
put me off
no,
camera.
Sean,
I do need to. Yes,
Sean, are you talking about their downstairs? Oh, right.
their fanny. I'm talking about their fanny.
I thought a
Take me off
fanny
for a
in
minute. Though.
America was their
I do have
bum.
to let the dog out. I'll be right back.
Oh, look at that! Let he go straight away. Do
Look at that. What
we
the
have to
hell?
let him back in?
I no. I could just. He's still there. I just add and remove from the stream. It's easy.
No, I'm loving
It's
this
so
tech.
professional. I know it's so professional, isn't it?
I know.
If only
We need to keep
The
up.
yeah, I was going to say what we've done is we've made the stream more professional, so hopefully it ups our game. The more important question is, where did the Little Mermaid get her hair weave? Do the salons under the sea? Yeah, apparently.
I don't know. I'd like to know what the crime statistics are where she lives, though.
Funny thing is,
Where was Sean? I needed Sean for that one.
I went to a aquatic centre up in Birmingham. It's like a big, undersea adventure type thing. And one of the, I was stood with a friend of mine, and this lady was talking about one of the fish pools and how all different sea creatures live. And she said, "Any questions?" So I put my hand up and I said, "Do mermaids wear shells on their boobs?" To which she said, "Yes, some do and some don't, and it depends on the mermaid because they need larger shells than others." I like your thinking.
And then you got escorted out of the building.
Wouldn't be the first time.
As a school teacher.
When they say,
Phil is, I was going to say, Phil is like Beavis and Butthead when they toured the Hoover Dam. It's like, is this a goddamn?
I was thinking he's better than being like Troy McClure from The Simpsons. Yeah, when I said he sleeps with the fishes, whoa, I just had a tuna sandwich. I don't want to know.
When the Simpsons was good.
Secret Invasion.
I haven't
This
seen
is a
this
Watch
show.
this trailer. Right.
I was like, it. Well, Sam Jackson looks like a homeless person in most of it, and it doesn't make any sense as far as like the original Secret Invasion. And I haven't really read that much of it, but the whole point of it was that in the superhero community, or whatever, some of them were Skrulls. And they were infiltrating, and they'd kidnapped some of the heroes. And you didn't know that this hero was a Skrull the whole time. But they don't have access to all those heroes right now that they had in phase 1 through 3. And we don't know, like, it looked like, well, you can tell the Skrulls are here because they're a bunch of clones of a regular dude and that kind of thing. And then on top of that, we've always known the Skrulls are bad in the Marvel universe, in the comic universe, but in the MCU, they made them good, which was like the only original clever thing I liked in Captain Marvel.
So
They put in they made the Skrulls goods, but now you're going to have to write all kinds of pretzel twisting plot to try to make some of them bad, I guess.
hang on a minute. So sorry, Secret Invasion is about a bunch of evil people that infiltrate a society to bring it down. I thought it was
Aliens.
Oh, no, I
Well-
thought it was a story about what's it called? Marvel executives.
Yeah, it's about the woke.
So it's aliens that can shapeshift into human beings and they infiltrate every aspect of life. Is that
I'm
what
not
this
sure
is
how
about?
far they go or what's going on, or it's just they're trying to adapt a popular comic story, but the popular comic, like I don't know. We'll see. Oh, let me get him back in here. There you are. Welcome back, Sean.
I'm back.
The biggest selling point so far for Secret Invasion, obviously, is the fact that Emily Clark is it. That seems to be the whole marketing stick.
I mean,
Is this a
Immediate
TV
part.
show?
I mean,
Is Secret Invasion
Yeah.
a series or a movie?
Yeah.
It's not going to be the movie.
Series.
oh,
You think that would?
it's got-
I thought that they would save up Secret Invasion storyline to be the Infinity
Yeah.
War of Phase.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because that's a big thing in the comic.
because basically
Yeah.
at the moment, Phase 4 has had no direction or anything, and they keep going on about
Well,
Phase 5 is going to start, and it's kind of hang on, what happened in Phase 4? Nothing's happened in it so far. There's
Well,
no
didn't they
end
announce-
to it.
They announced the two titles of the last two Avengers movies. Why do you guys look that up? Because I think one of them was like, it might have been Secret Invasion, but it might have been something else. And then the other one was, I don't know what it was.
That's what's not working. My keyboard. Sorry, hang on a minute.
While you're doing that, they're doing Werewolf by Night, which is a real obscure property. I'm like,
Right.
are they going to do Rom Space Knight next, or Devil Dinosaur? Some of these Machine Man. I mean, some of these Borgs. I mean, and also I find that a bizarre title. Like, aren't all werewolves by night?
Yeah, what's that even about? I haven't even bothered watching these. I'm just so sick of Disney.
I will admit the trailer is done like an early 80s trailer for a horror movie with a lot of freeze frames and odd cuts and a voiceover. It's I kind of appreciate the trailer, but I don't have any faith that it's going to be worth a crap.
Right. Oh,
Nothing they've
I
done
can't
anymore.
understand how far Marvel have fallen, and Disney for that matter, and
Yeah.
Star Wars. Look at the Star Wars and Star Trek, basically everything.
Speaking of Star Wars, we've got Andor.
Oh God.
Oh,
Andor
Good
what?
This is one off the list.
I thought this trailer looked okay, like interesting, but it's like, but this isn't Star Wars. This is cool spy thriller. I'm like, but that Star Wars is, I mean, it's a fairy tale. It's clearly defined good and evil. If you're going to make the rebels look
this-
like a bunch of assholes, it's not really.
Doesn't this guy die anyway in one of the movies?
yeah, it's a prequel to a prequel where we all know how his life ends and how the story ends. So
Yeah.
it's the most pointless thing I've ever seen made, if I'm honest.
I just can't get excited about this in any way, shape, or form.
No.
I don't get it at all. I do not understand why they've done this. It's because Rogue One, everybody kind of sort of says that Rogue One is the best of the Disney movies. And I think
Is this
that's
gonna be
just
a
literally
movie?
why no, there's a 12-part series.
Oh God.
So it's 12 hours long.
You'll watch every episode of it. You know you will.
I'm not sure I will. I'm
Mm,
kind of.
I can't be bothered.
You will.
Yeah.
Both of you will.
I won't.
I'm too busy watching Cobra Kai, and it's
No.
awesome,
Cobra Kai is
ludicrous.
it is
insanity.
good. It's turning into a soap opera, but it's a
is.
soap opera with kung fu.
My,
So it's
my
quite
only
good.
problem with Cobra Kai right now is that it had to make Daniel just kind of dumb. He's just making really dumb decisions in order to keep the story moving. But I
Can
don't
we
know. I'm
mention-
kind of loving every minute of it anyway.
Can we mention how hot Daniel's wife is? Because she is cute.
She's all right.
His daughter's pretty hot.
Yeah, I was going
How
to
old
say
is she?
trying to avoid.
How
Yeah,
old is
exactly.
she?
That's why I was trying to avoid it.
6.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, Biden. Shush. Back it off. Back it off.
Tales of the Jedi. Again, not even bothered watching.
Oh,
I haven't
God.
watched any. I can't finish
just-
any of the animations for Star Wars.
I've liked the animation stuff because it's pre-Disney and it's Filoni led, and he usually does a good job. So I'm kind of willing to say, okay, I'll give it a shot, but only because of that. Let's see here. I got a couple more. I don't understand why they're trying to push Andor on people. He's not interesting. No, he's not.
No.
No.
I have seen people on Twitter who think he is the best character Star Wars has ever created.
Yeah,
But
I bet these people have
are
blue
idiots.
hair. Back in a minute.
No, it's a bloke apparently. So yeah, I'd like to say yeah. Phase 4.
The people that
More
like
like Phase 4. Am I right?
Four.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that is a good one.
And this person has the spelling skills of feel.
This stream got less professional all of a sudden. Why? What were we talking about when you said that?
I'm
It
not
could be
sure.
anything.
That's when that's when I left. When I left for a minute.
How dare I
Um,
criticize Daniel LaRusso? Quiet.
We're not criticizing him. It's just like I say, I don't know. It's just like I say, it's kind of just dragging on a bit now that they had a massive hit, and now it's just getting to the point where it's kind of right.
It's gone full Karate Kid 3. Because Karate
Yeah.
Kid 3 is really when it jumped the shark and it got bizarre, but it's also kind of fun to watch because it is, just saying, F it, we're going to go nuts. So I don't know. I
I wish what Ralph Macchio movie they should have turned into a Netflix property series is Crossroads.
My Cousin Vinny.
That's one they should have done. No, the one where he's like
What
the
one, Sean?
classical guitarist /
Oh yeah,
the one where he's the
Crossroads.
young kid that wants to be a blues.
Crossroads.
Yeah, where he wants to be a blues guitarist. That's what they should have done. Think of the endless
what else?
potential.
Oh, and you're going to watch this. Even if you don't want to watch it, you're going to watch it.
Yeah, I admit
Mandalorian
I'm going to watch
season
this.
3.
I'm going to watch this.
It's earned some goodwill. So, yeah. It's the only thing they got. It's the only thing
it
they
is.
got.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what's going on these days.
It's just, I said it in the chat before we come online that probably every human being on this planet has got good fond memories of Disney growing up, and now it's just you think, I used to, obviously we've all watched Disney films growing up, animation and all the live shows and movies as well. My kids were brought up on Disney movies, and obviously Pixar come along and Buzz and everyone else. And now it's just, they seem to just make stuff like the gender swapping and the race swapping just to cause controversy. And it's it depresses me, man. I tell you, I think some of the stuff that we used to watch as kids or what my kids used to watch as kids, and now you're like, these kids have got a Black Little Mermaid, a shitty Pinocchio who's basically trans or not trans. Oh, and they're making, I read earlier as well, they're making a prequel to The Lion King, the live action Lion King. They're going to make a prequel called Mustafa.
Oh,
so we're now going to find out about Simba's dad growing up and becoming a kid.
To me, it's like the executive's office, and they're all sort of like, it's like the episode of The Simpsons where it's kind of like, oh, we need a holiday in between so and so and so. Make it Love Day, but something more interesting. And then he walks out, and then they all go, so Love Day, all right? Yeah, fine. And it's literally a Marvel, Disney executives sort of go, oh, what are we going to reboot now? Lion King? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Green light line. Yeah, a prequel to Lion King. Yeah.
Do you know how Disney will make the most money? The most interesting project they could do is they've done a fly-on-the-wall documentary about how decisions were made.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
And then the writers' room for these shows as well. If they'd done that, everyone would be like, I'm tuning it. Because I watched that. What's the Obi-Wan thing? They've done the making of the Obi-Wan show recently.
Yeah.
The Jedi's Tale.
Yeah.
I watched that, and that was really good. And there was a big emphasis on the special effects and the puppets and not relying a lot on CGI and everything.
When the
what they did in
is
it
better than the product.
Yeah. And do you know what the interesting thing is, though? Not once did they mention about the story or the character structure
Yeah.
or
Or the
anything.
writers.
It was all about, look at these real life puppets we've made. Hayden Christensen's back. Here's Ben Kenobi. Here's Ewan McGregor. Here's Alec Guinness. And there was not once about the story, where they was taking it. And there was one interesting part in it with Ewan McGregor. And he said, I loved the fact, and you know, I'm quoting here, I love the fact that people thought it was going to be a story about Ben Kenobi looking after Luke. And it turned out it was actually Leia. And so basically, you're happy that you sold everyone the story that it was going to be about Luke, and it didn't. So you
The
basically
old
you're happy.
switcheroo.
It's just done. Yeah, just done a Ryan Johnson.
You don't understand why Grogu features so heavily in the Mandalorian season 3 trailer. Say this is where they get you. You didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett because they actually exited
The two good
Boba's
episodes.
own show to have a couple of Mandalorian episodes.
And Grogu back. And I mean, Grogu is good from the fact that even my wife has watched it because she won't usually watch Star Wars. I am
so
looking for a new wife.
What?
Yeah, just to get that out there. But no, I mean, she's not a fan of Star Wars, but she liked The Mandalorian. She liked Grogu, and so Grogu was a good hook to get women involved. To like. It's funny because you'd think like having a female lead character would then lead on to the fact that the films would be really successful and all this lot. All you need is a cute cuddly little thing, cuddly little green.
If I saw Grogu in real life, I'd shoot it in the fucking face.
I'd kick it in the face. I'd want to be personal. But you talk about wives. You talk about wives, Phil. When Luke made his appearance at the Mandalorian, my wife doesn't watch Star Wars, even though we've got 4 sons. And we've all, Star Wars used to be on all the time.
You got 4 kids?
When Luke...
So you've had
4
sex
boys,
at least 4 times?
Wow.
3.
Damn.
honey, why have we got so much milk in the fridge? It seems like it's like just full of milk.
Apparently 2 of them are twins, but they're 7 years apart.
And one of them come out.
And one of them is black.
Go back.
But hey, he's black.
Blick.
He's black.
Going back to Mando, when Luke come on screen, my wife actually stopped what she was doing in the kitchen. Yes, that's right. My wife was in the kitchen, and she come in and sat down and watched. She come down and watched the whole thing.
I hope
So
she's
she
not
wasn't
watching
interested in
this.
Grogu, all the women. She's in there having a glass of wine, probably hearing me going, "You prick."
For your sake, anyway.
There we
She
go.
was more interested in the reappearance of Luke, all the old school characters. She's not interested in any of this new shit.
Hang on a minute. So I just there's a new comment up there. So I'm just going to find one of the videos that we made and it did quite well, which we can use. No,
I'm gonna file a copyright claim if you play one of those.
No. It's one of the ones we made.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna sue those idiots for using that. Hang on, where is it? Sorry. It's just taking me. It's just taking me a while to find. It's just taking me a while to find.
In a fist fight, maybe, but that's why I carry guns.
I was just going to say sorry. It took me a while to find it because we've got so many great videos on our website. Right, here we go. Yeah, so here we go and do that. So it did produce this.
No sound, Phil.
Yeah, I think we have
No
problems
sound,
putting the
dork.
sound through.
It's ridiculous, though. She can't even run. She's like 10. She runs
This is
like
no
a
fun.
4-year-old.
This isn't.
There's no sound, Phil. She can't even hear the
She's
big
how
music,
old?
mate. She's like 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll hum it.
Yeah, my internet's let me down. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that did give us that moment of just like say a 10-year-old child who cannot seem to get away from 4 fully grown men who are trained and accomplished and everything else.
I should have just shot her in the leg.
Shot her in
Laser
the
beam. Laser beam to the leg.
Yeah.
She could use the force to regrow it.
Is that true? Well, apparently
I
it
don't
is
know.
now, because
Probably.
obviously in the new movies, we've got Force Heal now. So yeah, you can.
If
just
you
bring
can
things
bring
back.
somebody back from the dead, you telling me you can't regrow a leg?
Like a lizard.
Yeah. Is Grogu a lizard or a frog?
Yes.
A frizzard.
Does he shit eggs out to reproduce, you think?
Nobody eats other people's eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sentient
Live embryos. Yeah.
little monsters eating this woman's eggs, and she's trying. These are her children. She's trying to get home. It's supposed to be a funny moment. I'm like, good God, he's a monster. Kill him. Kill him with fire.
So what we got next? What we got coming up? What we got next?
Well, let's go by what Matt was talking about. How we don't have anything. The kids don't have anything now. It's just everything new. Suck. I was
Who
like,
gives a shit about kids anyway, though? Really? I mean, I don't
people
They're
that
our
have them.
future.
Joe
They're going to be
Biden
running
does.
they're going to they're going to be
Who?
running the country when
Biden.
you're an old man.
I'm
Sean,
already an
so-
old man, and old men are running the country. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yeah, well, they're just the younger generation. They're the ones who are going to be like, that's the future.
Really?
Kids,
People like
kids who,
AOC. Fuck me.
people who cry on Twitter when somebody gives them the wrong pronouns and stuff like that. That's the kind of people that are going to be running the country later on. Yeah, you'll be long dead
I've
by
actually
then.
got-
Not
I've
old
got to
age,
say, I'm actually
obviously.
looking forward
Yeah,
to World War
the
III.
gulag.
I'll have cut my wrist long before. I'll
Yeah.
have died of old age by then.
I'll do something crazy like fly a plane into a building or something before that happens.
Too soon. Too soon.
with your fireproof passport.
Yeah, with my fireproof passport, and I'll use jet fuel that actually has a lower burning rate than steel can melt.
And we're off.
Anyway,
So let's just wheel this back in quickly. No, but if you look at everything that's out today, there's nothing that kids can get excited for. There's nothing. They have managed to bastardize and ruin everything that was great.
not just that, but I mean, there's not much as adults can look forward to either. To be perfectly honest, there's not
Which
much.
is all that
there's
really
not much-
Stuff from the past.
But yeah, like I say, there's a load of stuff that I would like to enjoy, but again, it's just, I mean, as somebody said the other day about going to the cinema, and I'm thinking, I can't think of anything that I want to go to the cinema to see at all.
So instead of looking forward, because that's not what we do here. Have they come out with anything here at least recently good? I think so. Licorice Pizza was good. The Northman was good. Dinner in
Maverick.
America was great. Maverick, Reacher, the series was good. I tell
I
you,
still
guys,
like RRR.
I really like this series that they're showing on Cartoon Network, Primal, and it's from the same guy that did that Samurai Jack cartoon, which I've never seen. I don't give a shit. But Primal is amazing. You guys, it is a full-on.
I've seen it.
This is not for kids. Yeah, so it's not for kids. It is, it's an adult, and it is.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, dude,
Is it on
it is.
HBO Max?
Yes.
I'll give
It's
it a shot.
what's his name? I can't think of his. Gennady
D&D
Tefanovsky.
but this, yeah, he's some
Blah, blah, blah,
unpronounceable name. It is great, dude. Very.
It's an
violent
animation,
blood.
though. It can't be that good.
It is. Oh no, it is.
It's brilliant, mate. His animation
It
is amazing. Gennady Tartakovsky.
Yeah.
He's done loads of stuff. Very, very good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it is good.
There's a helicopter
I'll tell you what,
landing
Sean.
near my house.
Sean, you should watch that Samurai Jack. It's about the
I
same
saw the
people.
last season of it when it come out because it come on right before something else. Oh, and I tell you something else that's currently that I know this will might get flack, but it's still funny and entertaining. Is the new season of Rick and Morty is currently started, and hey, the fans are pieces of shit mostly, but it's still pretty solid entertaining.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah,
I've not seen the new
that's-
season.
the first, honestly, I saw the first episode of the new season. It's good, but it's starting to, like, the cracks are starting to show, starting to feel a little stale for whatever reason. Like what they did in the first season, we just never saw anything like that before, and now it's like we're treading some of the same stuff that we've done before. It's fine. It's just, I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
lost its novelty, I guess. I don't know. I can't point to anything it's terrible or anything. It's just
it's. I don't think it's the most amazing show or anything, and I certainly don't think it's better than the Venture Brothers ever was on its worst day. But there's a lot of
Venture Brothers.
Yeah,
Loved it.
A little news on that. They're going to end that up. They're going to wrap that up with a movie. I think it's going to be on HBO Max for fans of Venture Brothers. That's how they're going to wrap up the story, like one big long feature film.
I've never like I've seen it. I've like seen things of it, but I've never sort of been tempted to sit down and watch it. Is it good, that Venture Brothers? Is it?
Oh God, it is absolutely brilliant.
It's a ripoff of it's kind of a takeoff of Johnny Quest. But then they bring a lot of other stuff into it. I mean, they nailed G.I. Joe. Just all this stuff.
Marvel and DC. It adds
right.
It's just a big world.
It's all in there.
Yeah, it's great.
It also
it'll go on the list.
It also manages to have good storylines on its own. Like you actually, it's not just pure parody. You do care about these characters.
Yeah, it's not like Rick and Morty, where you're watching a bunch of assholes be assholes. It is you end up watching this and you're like, oh man,
I mean, you are
Rusty, yeah, yeah, but they're like slob heroes more than they are just like unlikable,
They do grow their own world really well, even though there's a lot of parody in it. They do grow, and they don't keep these. It's not like The Simpsons where everybody kind of is stuck in the same position all the time. These characters move on, they grow, they do different things, and it works. I mean, I think it's one of my favorites. I loved it from day one.
Yeah, it really is quality over quantity too. Like they really cared. Because sometimes there would be years between seasons. Yeah, but it shows like they
2004, really, I think,
like 2003, I think.
Yeah, 3 or 4, and
2003.
2003. It has like 8 seasons, and I think the last season was like 2018 or 2019.
Yeah,
it will go on the list.
And they're short seasons too. They're like there's only like 8 or 10 episodes. But man, you get so much. There's a couple. You just get so much out of it. It's amazing how well they stuff at the end. Towards the end is referred back to earlier seasons seamlessly. It's real good, man.
Go to the comments, Yoda.
Yeah.
You can miss a load of them. 9/11 jokes hit really hard today, don't they?
I need to watch that. I've heard
never forget 9/11. You can watch 9/11 anytime, man. Like there's documentaries and everything about it.
Yeah,
didn't you watch it when it happened?
Yeah, I did.
I've got the raw news footage, like 3 hours or 4 hours of it. So
before it even happened. You got to see it.
Yeah, it starts. It's like Fox. It's still in 4:3. That's how long ago it was, guys.
Some people.
I got Phil, if you don't mind. I got the bootleg copy of it that was released before it actually happened from Israel. It's in Hebrew, but
I was going to say that Yoda. Most people like watching Disney films at Christmas, but not Yoda. He likes to dig out his 9/11 video and watch that with the kids.
I tell you something that is very compelling, though, is the special that airs on, usually on the History Channel every year. It's called 102 Minutes That Changed America, and it's all amateur footage taken from like
seen it with the fire engines when they're checking
everything. Yeah, man, it's pretty compelling stuff.
That thing is compelling.
Yeah,
it's amazing the footage they ended up getting purely by accident.
What happened on the day?
Except for the Israeli footage, which they were already set up,
Right.
Google 5 dancing Israelis. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, thought the terminal list was decent. The terminal list was pretty good. It was.
I need to watch that. Is that?
I'm sorry to say that I did not follow up on my promise to finish that. I need to do that. I wanted something. I wanted something more in tone like Reacher, and it's darker and more somber. And I don't know. Like Reacher was so 80s action movie fun and lighthearted. Yeah. I really liked the hell out of that. Kirk's 3, that is coming out. I'm looking forward to that.
I do plan on watching it. I love the Clerks series. I also have a disdain for Kevin Smith now, but I'm giving him the Clerks.
All those things can be true at the same time, and I agree.
Again, I'll watch it when it's on streaming, but I'm not looking forward to it. I like I say, I can't stand Kevin Smith anymore.
Okay,
Complete
wait a
and
minute.
utter
So
sellout.
Anana Musso, after claiming that his mom was the queen who died last week, now he was saying he was the fifth hijacker or something in Manhattan. And, you know, we're supposed to, I don't know. This
20th.
guy, I don't know. I don't know about this guy in the comments, fellas. I think he's
I
trying
was
to.
in Upper Manhattan when it happened.
Is that true? Was you really there? Let us know in the comment there.
Yeah, I would
Polar
have
opposites. It's
What I
worth a
do
lot.
remember, what I do remember about the day was my wife was decorating somebody's house, helping a friend decorate, and I called her up and I said, "Have you seen the news?" And she said, "Yeah." And she said, "All those awful people. That's already awful, isn't it? Those people won't be able to get back into work, will they?" And I was like, "One of the buildings just collapsed." Yeah. She didn't
really
know what
say
was
that?
going on. Yeah. But she wasn't near a TV or anything else. Like, you know, and so she just heard, I think on the radio, they said it on the radio and then didn't make a big thing of it. But it was just,
You know
I was thinking, yeah, they're not going to go back into work, not with the building on top of them.
Ever again.
You know what was worse? The people that could never leave work again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in London
I
when that
love
happened.
the conspiracy. I get so tired of the conspiracy theories, like it was an inside job and all that kind of stuff. It's like people just don't get it. It's like you don't. There is the Patriot Act and all this other stuff that came from it. That they built up this whole thing, but it's just opportunists know how to deal with human chaos. They always have, and they always will. You don't have to. In fact, it's not in their best interest to create a conspiracy and do this because somebody will always blab. But that doesn't mean that they don't. You know, these psychopaths don't take full advantage of these situations. And that's what always.
I think that was the best one that somebody said. If you believe that 9/11 was an inside job, you've obviously never worked, you know, like at a management consultant place where you're trying to get people to organize things, you know, because it's kind of like, have we done Sue's card for Friday, you know, and they can't organize that.
I know it's crazy that like people would do something like 9/11 and think like people in the government could pull that off, like spying on a president or stealing an election or MK Ultra. I mean, that's so crazy to think that they can.
That's my point, Sean. We know all about it. They screwed up. Look, there was only two people that absolutely knew that Bill Clinton got a Hummer in the Oval Office and they couldn't keep it quiet.
That's because Bill Clinton had to brag, man. That's a bad example.
It was Hummer that had to brag.
No.
That's my point. Nobody keep their mouth shut on this thing, but you don't need to. You can always count on human chaos. You can always count on it.
I don't know. I could make the argument that a lot of this stuff you call conspiracy theory is stuff that's leaked out, but the disinformation campaign
I don't think people are that good at planning. I do think they're that good at adapting and being opportunists.
Anyway, the point is here that
back to movies.
We're supposed to be talking about.
Flight 93, that was a good one.
Bringing it up.
It's proper to touch on it today. It's fine, I think.
What about Black Adam, guys?
Yeah, there we go.
Talking about Arabs, what about Black Adam?
Let's get back to complaining about minorities on movies.
Again,
it's being played by a Samoan. That's not accurate.
Again, it's one of those films. I just can't be bothered with it. It's I will watch it eventually, but nothing's making me thinking, oh, got to get to the cinema to see that.
No,
especially since it's that lovely, funny Kevin Hart's on it.
Like 20 years ago, I would have been like, the Justice Society. Oh, yeah, we got Hawkman. I would have been crazy. It's like now it's 20 years later, and I've been just superheroes down my throat for it's like, okay, I don't care.
Are you fatigued, or is it just because you know what they'll do with it?
Little of column A, little of column B.
I'm just not bothered. Yeah. I feel sorry for The Rock, really, because it's kind of like,
I don't.
Poor millionaire.
Well, no, but what I mean is he's gone to this expense of making all this movie and everything else, and it's just going to suck. And it is just kind of.
He's just in it for himself. He couldn't give a fuck about it. He's just off his ego as long as a paycheck. I can't stand him.
Because this is his first big superhero movie role, right? This is the first time he's been in.
Isn't he and Vin Diesel and some of these guys, don't they have it in their contracts that they're not allowed to get punched in their movies or stuff like
Equal
that?
amount of times.
Equal amount of time. It's like nonsense like that. I go, you're not a serious.
I want to do that now. I want to watch the movie back now, going sort of like one for Vin Diesel, one for Rock, one for Vin Diesel, two for Vin Diesel, two for the Rock.
It's in their
Count them up.
contract.
Is it for real?
These people are just,
Is that real?
Yeah, it's for real. I mean, how petty can you get?
Yeah.
These people are pathetic. I can't stand The Rock.
I never did like him either.
I liked him when he was wrestling.
Someone said about
I liked him when he was
screen
wrestling.
presence. He's got no screen presence. He just stands in front of a green screen, growling. You look at someone like Tom Cruise who's fucking strapped to an airplane doing an advert for his next film. That's screen presence, not The Rock.
Tom Cruise is a lunatic, even in his commercials. For God's sake.
Yeah.
I think Tom Cruise has a death wish. Think about it.
Well, good for him because he's entertaining. Like I said, he's the only person in Hollywood who seems to be keen to entertain everyone anymore.
Maybe the only way to get out of Scientology is that you've got to die at work.
That's what. Yeah. I mean, think about it.
I don't know why everyone shits all over Scientology. Is it any more ridiculous as other religions?
Not really.
That's not
No,
correct.
it's a hell of a lot less ridiculous than the woke religion we deal with now.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone shits all over Scientology. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Let them get on with it.
Dude,
Yeah,
Have you guys ever?
the biggest issue is that they've scammed a lot of people. That's the biggest.
Yeah, it's and it was
What
created.
religion hasn't?
Yeah, but this
not
one,
quite like
have
this
you-
one.
Have you guys ever read any L. Ron Hubbard's fiction books?
No.
I have.
But I
I'm
thought
gonna tell-
What a stupid question.
No, I have. I read Mission Earth, all 10 volumes, and the what was the one that John Travolta made a movie? What's the name of that movie?
Oh, Death.
Battle Earth or
Earth,
something.
Battlefield
Battle
Earth.
Earth. Yeah, I read the
Battlefield
book on
Earth, yeah.
that. And I'm gonna tell you, they're trash, but they're much like an exploitation movie. They're entertaining as hell trash. I'm not even joking.
This
Pure
explains
trash.
so much about you, Sean.
I'm more stable that you can read.
How was Dianetics? Did you like that one too?
I never read that one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love the scene in Repo Man where they're like discussing through the whole movie. They're kind of discussing it, but they're not calling it that. But that's what it was. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Repo Man with Emilio Estevez.
Years back.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I was
It's been a
gonna
while.
say, it's on my watch list. I've got.
It's
you've
the
not seen
alien
that
thing,
yet?
isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
that the-
dude, it is a
Yeah.
first class movie.
I won't
Legit.
spoil it, Phil, but it's good.
Yeah.
I
It is
have
really
seen it
good.
many years ago, but I haven't seen it for a long time.
Oh,
I found
look,
it the
ain't
other
lying
day.
now. After saying he never seen it, now
Yeah.
he's lying, trying to be cool like us.
I didn't. Oh yeah, no, I've totally seen Repo Man. It's brilliant. Repo Man, yeah, right. With Emilio Estevez and directed by Alex Cox, I believe.
Mhm.
Just looking at your screen. Oh,
yeah. No, excuse me. No, I'm looking at porn. Thank you.
That Google's a hell of a tool, ain't it, Phil?
Is that why your mum phoned you earlier? Let you know there's a new porn site going up. Check this one out, Philip.
Where else am I supposed to find it?
Hello, Pip. It's Mummy. Just to let you know, I've opened an OnlyFans account.
God dear. Oh dear. that was-
Fatherphilsmum.com.
Only it's Phil OnlyFans /Phil'sMom.com.
Fill up Phil's
Hobbit
mum.
feet. If you want to look at real life Hobbit feet for $5 a month.
Actually, there's a question about hobbits have massive feet, and you know what women say about men with massive feet. Do you reckon a
Big
hobbit
shoes.
is like
Massive
Shoes,
shoes.
yeah.
fucking hung like that? Do you reckon that's
I
why
don't
they're
know.
always so happy? They're just walking around going, "Oh, I've just got the biggest schlong." And I
Maybe.
But then is it in perspective to how short they are? You know?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't it? No,
But
that's the
feet
question.
aren't. That's the
I
weird
wish
thing.
somebody would answer this because Peter Jackson won't answer my emails.
No matter how, and according to the
Dear Peter
restraining order,
Jackson.
It's the
So
same.
Peter Jackson.
Frodo's walking around with his knob out, going, "Look at the size of that," and one of them turns around and goes, "That's nothing. You want to see Michelle Obama's?"
or Sauron.
He answered them, Phil. A cease and desist counts.
June Part
movie,
2. I will.
yeah.
Yeah. That is
Next
something
movie
I
I'll
will
probably
to
go
see.
to see in a theater is Dune Part D.
Yeah,
I really don't
for
have enough
sure.
interest for anything else. I can wait till it gets to streaming. Yeah, I'm kind of getting there
Yeah.
too. I did see a few things. I was more stoked about going to see Jaws, a 50-year-old movie in the theater, than anything that's coming out now.
Yeah.
Yoda, I've just
I
looked,
finally got to see Jaws. It was great.
my local cinema has got Jaws on this week. I've just been texting my mate. I'm going to go
This
see it on
new
Wednesday.
director, this Elsker
Steven
Bargo.
Spielberg.
Spielberg,
Oh, Spielberger.
this
Starberg.
Jew, they know how to make them.
You know those Jews in the entertainment industry. I think they go
They know
together
what they're
like peanut
doing,
butter
baby.
and jelly. And 9/11. They're really good at movies and pulling off 9/11.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
How are we still streaming?
Wasn't Spielberg about 29 or something when he made Jaws?
Yeah, he was.
He
really
was
young.
pretty.
Alright.
I think
Yeah.
it was like his second film or something. What
He did Duel,
Duel?
and then he
technically,
did Silver
Jaws.
Streak, and then he did Jaws.
What was the other?
Silver
He
Streak.
said
He didn't do.
66
He didn't do
years
Silver Streak. He did Sugarland Express. Not Silver Streak.
Oh,
Definitely
but,
wasn't
okay,
Silver
Sugarland
Streak.
Express. Yeah,
What is Sugarland
right.
Express about? I've never seen that.
It's
It's
about
got Goldie
2 hours.
Hawn in it. I have seen it, but
Kings Island.
it's like the
I
North
bet-
Pole.
You know that Spielberg was good buddies with Epstein. Had to be. Anybody that made Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, you know, is a PDF file.
Did you see what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence talk about how she has nightmares about
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson for some reason. It's like somebody put up all these pictures of her sitting next to Epstein on his lap. It's like, really? That
Weinstein.
Carlson
That's
has
Weinstein.
nightmares, huh?
I didn't
Okay.
see Weinstein yet.
Did you see
I
Tucker
know they all
Carlson's
look and
response to it,
sound
though?
the same.
It was Weinstein.
Yoda.
I'm
But
sorry.
Weinstein and Epstein are two different Jewish guys. So yeah, you beat
No,
me.
Did you
they
see
have
Tucker's,
they have similar interests, so you know you can
did you
see
see
why.
Tucker's response?
They did have similar
No,
interests.
no.
That's true.
Yoda, did you see Tucker's response to it, though?
No,
I
what did he
haven't
say?
yet, no.
Basically, he was just bragging that Jennifer Lawrence dreams of him. It's fucking brilliant.
That's
He's so
funny.
deadpan, that geezer. He's just amazing.
My favorite
Yeah,
thing
it
about
is.
the whole not what's his name, Epstein, Harvey Weinstein thing is how a lot of women said, yeah, Harvey Weinstein said that he would make me famous if I slept with him, said by a lot of famous women in Hollywood.
luckily, I achieved it with my talent and skill instead of that.
Yeah.
Do you think that he? Do you think the cast of the 2016 all-female Ghostbusters slept with Weinstein to get to be famous?
If they did, I feel sorry for Weinstein.
I was just going to say, I can't imagine Harvey Weinstein.
So,
that
who's
desperate.
McCarthy? Who's the fat one?
I accidentally
Oh,
created
McCarthy.
empathy for Harvey Weinstein.
Imagine that.
He should have hired
Wow.
me as a defense attorney.
One of them's a lesbian, so you know she was really into it.
Didn't he have like a mushroom dick as well? I heard he had like fungus all over his dick.
That's what they said in like the trial or something. It's like that's how they identified him. The fact that he
'Cause
really did like
Taking
yanked
in
it out.
anything, apparently.
Jesus. And Jennifer Lawrence got the front say she had nightmares about Tucker Carlson. She's had that wafted in front of her face.
You think it's like a Freddy Krueger thing, but instead of his face all burned and everything, he just has the Tucker face. Just
Oh.
Do you think Harvey? Here's the thing for us. They said it was misshapen. Was it shaped like a dreidel?
Sean, you know, I never liked you.
I'm sorry.
All I can think of now is South Park. Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel,
I
dreidel,
can't believe
dreidel,
it.
dreidel,
I can't believe you guys laughed at that. That was so bad.
It was. I didn't laugh exactly.
You did laugh. You're
No.
laughing.
Yeah.
Because of the whole.
We
I'm
got it
just
on
in a good
video.
mood because of the whole Queen thing. Because of the whole Queen thing.
You're outrageous.
Yeah. There's just no limits with me. Who knows what I'm going to say next?
This is the shit you guys get now because there is nothing out there to talk about. So then we end up going down these horrible roads that make me want to take a shower after this fucking stream.
The last thing I want to be in is naked after this.
I apologize.
Yeah, that's
Let me
a
tell
point.
you.
So I like the way Sean sort of goes, well, look, you invited me on here. This is, you can't be I was going to say, you can't invite me on here, then get offended by the stuff I say. That's completely your fault.
Yeah.
I'm like in the fetal position in the shower, just crying after this.
You guys get material you're going to tell everybody you work with for the next of the week off of.
So I'm not letting my work anywhere near this thing. Are you out of your fucking mind?
You don't show your you don't tell your coworkers about this?
No.
I mean, that's people that could be watching this.
Yes,
I
exactly.
I still need my job. This doesn't pay the bills yet, bud. So until then,
the FBI is already watching, so why not tell the people that you
FBI
work with?
watches everything. I'm just one lone in a sea of nonsense. I'm just one lone voice. So
You really need
a lot.
You really. So he doesn't want his coworkers to find out, Phil. So you really need to tone it down with your racism and shit. Okay.
Yes.
See, again, if any of my co-workers, if any of my co-workers found out about this, I can see me going into work on a Monday morning. So I'll say, Phil, can we just have a quick word in the office? Yeah. We saw your live stream.
Mate,
I'll get the things. No.
Phil,
It's just kind of
Phil, your coworkers, they're a little concerning. We heard some problematic things.
It's just kind of like, we saw your live stream. I'll get my stuff. I'm afraid we're going to have to
That's
actually leave, obviously.
A few years ago, Mike
We've
Murphy.
got the new Quantum Leap coming out. That looks amazing.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Looks so good.
I honestly, I thought the original show was fine, but
It
it
was
was
alright,
so
yeah.
episodic and nothing actually happened. So it's like it's kind of hard to watch.
It was
now.
charming, wasn't it? It was charming.
It was growing up, it was like a staple of the evening, sort of like whatever day it was on. It was kind of on at 9 o'clock, and you just kind of watch it and go to bed. Is what I remember, and I remember enjoying it. Yeah,
It's very much of its
I
time.
But,
it doesn't need
it's not.
remaking.
It was no Miami Vice or Magnum PI, but it was all right.
Do you know what I hope happens? I hope he goes into the body
Of a
of
retard.
Ashley Biden, just as Joe Biden opens the curtain and walks in, and he sits to the camera and goes, "Oh boy."
Now that is a good cold opening.
He's Biden. He's in the shower with his daughter. It's like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go through with this.
I bet she has a diary.
You know how in some episodes he was in like
Sam says you've got to sniff her hair.
You know how in some
Ziggy is
episodes
very,
Ziggy,
you know how they had the two parters where sometimes he would be like one character in, like one of the characters in the story, but then in the next episode he had to be the other character in the story, like when his brother died. He goes in one episode he's Ashley, and then the next one he's Biden himself, and he's like he has to basically molest himself.
Molest himself.
In the meantime, the guy in the lab, the hologram lady, is like, is it Dean Stockwell, right? It would be Dean Stockwell.
Dean Stockwell.
It's like, how does this help history? Oh, it helps.
Come on, man. It doesn't.
Yeah, Ziggy says there's an 82% chance you're here for. Wow.
Oh boy.
This is going to be a tough one.
Oh, okay, so hear me out.
Just the tip.
Ziggy's turns out Ziggy's just an inbred dude, just fapping it in the back.
Blue hair.
Two teeth.
I thought he was a supercomputer. Yeah, we did too. Open up the panel. There he was with the banjo and everything. Oh man,
He's just doing stuff apparently to humiliate you for a laugh. Turns out.
Turns out none of this was necessary.
That would be so
There
much
you go.
better if that was the case.
That's a much better quantum leap.
I would watch the
Yeah,
shit out of
absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
I would watch the shit out of that. That
It
would
was
be
all a
funny.
practical joke.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you've been pranked. Or punked.
And then he goes back to the future and he's just covered in monkeypox. Where have you been? 2022, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I literally just had to sodomize myself in the shower.
we broke Sean. This is great. We broke them
Oh.
both.
Again,
It was
again, we've already put this movie discussion to bed, haven't we?
Hey, look, the whole discussion is anything made now that's any good, and I would say
I've got one.
no, and I think
What?
we're proving it.
Matt, go ahead. Go ahead.
Tulsa King with Spielberg with Stallone.
Stallone.
What is that about the remind me of that one. What is that? Is that
It's
what's
by,
the,
it's by the bloke who done Yellowstone and all them film. All them.
Tyler
yeah.
Sheridan?
Yeah, it's his new one.
Oh man.
If
That
he's
is
doing
awesome.
it, I gotta give it a check out.
Yeah.
It's still, you've got the control. See if you can get the trailer up. It looks.
No, we can't play
Stallone's just done like a
trailers.
25-year stretch inside.
Breaking Bad,
When
Better
it
Call
comes
Saul, two of the best shows ever made.
You know,
We
I never
can't do
could
that.
get into either one of those.
Oh, you
They
love
are, they demand attention, but they are great.
Yeah.
Sean, you would love Breaking Bad.
I watched when it first came out. I watched the first episode, and I was like, but I'll tell you exactly why I didn't follow up. Is because the very next week it was the premiere of the first episode of Dexter, and they come on at the same time, and I like Dexter so much, and I was,
Too bad it shit the bed.
yeah, it did shit the bed.
Was that new? Did they come out with, or are they working on a new ending season of that?
They
Or is it
already
already come out?
Dexter. Yeah, that was like early this year, like January.
It was early this year. Was it?
Yeah.
Did it suck, or was it any good? Or did it help?
It was good right up until the last couple of episodes, and then it real. Like if you thought the original ending shit to bed, you'd be like, "Oh, I missed that original ending."
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Say the Saul and Breaking Bad really stuck the endings. Both of them did, and that's something you really can't say about a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Too many of them, they either go too long, they don't know how to end them. They, hey, speaking of ending, how about that Picard season 3, Matt? You ready for that?
Oh fuck! Do you know what though? Do you know what I am looking forward to now because, like I said, it's like a therapy session. So I am looking forward to getting in.
Hey,
getting
it's content for you and me, no doubt.
Oh shit!
I am so glad
Yeah, well.
I'm not watching that. I mean, I say that I have still got to watch the Star Wars stuff and do the reviews about that. So I'm just in the same boat.
Matt, you need to tell the little lady to keep the kitchen noise down a little bit.
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Yes.
the knives
Hold
on
on.
the dishes.
Get a
Go in there
real
and beat
mic,
her.
would ya?
Beat her like
What?
an Englishman.
Keep that goddamn noise down, woman! Don't make
Jeez.
me come out there.
He is
That
going to
is
pay
you,
for that
right?
later.
Was
He's
I
going to
on
pay
you?
for that later.
That is the
Oh,
single
that was
best moment we've ever had on this show.
If I actually heard a that would have been perfect.
What's great is now is Matt will not finish this stream. No, let's keep it going for a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. Yeah, no, another 7 hours is fine.
I'll go and ask her if she wants to reenact the old slap and see if she's a method actor.
Yeah. You know what you tell a woman with two black eyes?
Nothing you've told her
Nothing. You
twice.
already told. Don't
Yeah, I
ruin
told
it.
her.
You fucking cocksucker.
Oh, don't give me that. That joke's as old as you.
The Queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yeah. Hey, can we not mention the Queen because I'm still upset? All right, about that.
Yeah.
Clearly.
God save the king.
Pretty.
You know, Freddie Mercury. I thought AIDS would have took him longer, but he just died apparently.
Yeah.
Well, do you know
I'm gonna
what
watch-
amazes me? How Elton John ain't got AIDS. He
Who?
was just as much as a dirty Elton John.
Elton John.
Oh yeah, he's got monkeypox.
Has
though.
he survived? He must be like
I don't-
practically immune to everything. I reckon you could put that fucker on the planet on the surface.
He's
of
one
the
that's
moon
art.
without
He
any
probably
oxygen.
is patient zero.
what's his
He's
name?
patient zero for age. That's probably why.
Elton
For
John.
everything.
Elton John is brilliant on the piano, but he sucks on the organ.
Yeah, you
And
told
you
that
just
joke
slagged
last
off.
week.
You just
I
slagged
know.
off. You slagged off Sean's joke.
No, that was
Maybe
I
he's-
told that joke the other day.
He's done a lot of partying, everything. Maybe he's like Keith Richards, the dude just won't die no matter what the hell he does to himself.
He's got the perfect
That's
balance
new.
of every STD going, and like they're just
And
keeping
They
him
fight
alive
each
now.
other.
Well, it's the STDs are fighting all the illegal drugs, so there's a big stalemate in his body.
How old is Sir Elton John now, anyway?
Who cares? Elton John.
406.
Shouldn't it be Dame Elton John?
75
be,
years
yeah.
old. He's 75 years
75.
old.
Is he really? Wow.
Yeah, obviously he's not got grey hair because that's a syrup. A wig, sorry, syrup.
A wig, yeah. They won't understand.
No, of course they won't.
I'll tell
Did
you
you guys
series
see
I've been
that?
watching.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
Go on, mate. No,
I was
go
just
on, mate.
wondering if you all watched that Queen movie with old weird
Yeah.
face.
Bug
Yeah.
eyes.
What'd
yeah.
What'd you guys think of that?
Hang
I
on, which
quite
one?
liked
see
it.
it?
And
The-
I just feel like music
Bohemian Rhapsody.
biopics just kind of follow a formula, and it's like, okay, I don't feel like part of it is I just don't care about musicians that much.
Because he's gay is why you didn't like it, wasn't
Well, then they're
He
all
dies
gay,
in the
'cause
end,
I don't care
Yoda.
about any of them.
it?
He dies a horrible death, so it's worth watching.
He died. Yeah. he
Yeah,
died
it's
of
really
that.
ironic. He gets run over by a truck.
You thought he was going to die of AIDS the entire time, but it turns out it was an industrial accident.
Ironically, it was a truck full of condoms.
Well, I guess what's been going on for the last few years. They retroact, even though he got hit by a truck and he had AIDS, he died of COVID. So I mean,
he tested positive for COVID. Yeah.
this stuff
Yeah,
happens.
very true. Biopics. I've been watching the new Mike Tyson series called Mike
There's
on
a.
Hulu.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh man, it's well good.
What's it
It's
about?
so
I
good.
just
Even
could
your
care
dog's
less.
disgusted you didn't know it existed.
I know it. You hear that? She's like,
The dog's like that.
Shit.
Really?
Mike Tyson?
I'm gonna beat you
Go
like
for it.
Matt's wife if you don't shut up.
Yeah. The dog's a bit.
Go for the
Should
guts,
go
it doesn't
for an
bruise.
ear.
I'm gonna punch her in all 8 of her tits if she don't calm down here. Here, let me go beat this dog for a second.
You're a sick fuck. You know that.
He's actually going to do it. Look, the dog's happy.
I'm removing him. I don't want this to go out. in the stream.
Dear. And
Anyway,
not a day
the
goes
Mike
by
Tyson
that Yoda
thing
doesn't
is very
regret
good.
making this stream.
Not a day.
Ugh.
Even when we're not streaming, I'm regretting it.
We
Peter
should all end this. We'll
Jackson.
get back.
Let's see.
Peter Jackson is too busy.
I'm not
With
adding
the-
him
with
back
the
into
Hobbits.
this mess.
He's- yeah, no, Sean,
Yeah.
the stream's over now. It's finished, mate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can say all the
we
stuff that
I was
I'm
going
gonna
to say
say all the
that's,
stuff that
that's
I
the
want-
worst
yeah.
thing to say. Oh, dear. Spielberg doesn't seem that kind of guy. I don't know. The thing
There's
that gets me
rumours.
about the thing that always gets me about Steven Spielberg is whichever actor he works with. I remember him saying about Pete Postlethwaite from I think it was Jurassic World, the second Jurassic Park movie.
Lost World.
Lost World, thank you. I remember him saying Pete Postlethwaite was easily the best actor he's ever worked with, but he's also said that about Mark Rylance and a couple of other people as well. And it is kind of like, yeah, whatever, Steve. Don't just kiss their ass. They're
Well-
working with you. Just let it go.
It's like The Simpsons. He said that in '97. It's like that was the best actor he's worked with. The best actor he's worked with so far.
Yeah.
You've
I'll be
got
honest with you.
better
I'm
ones
a
coming.
bit of a Spielberg fanboy, so
is that right?
Well,
yeah, I just think
his
he's
stuff.
fucking
His
amazing.
stuff lately is I don't know. It's a little pretentious. I mean, they're all well put together, but it's all just super serious. There's nothing. He doesn't do anything fun anymore. When he tries to, like Ready Player One, it just doesn't come across.
He
I
hasn't
watched
made a
that the other
good
Yeah,
night.
fun.
I couldn't even finish the BFG.
No.
He hasn't
It
made
was-
anything fun or funny since Schindler's
Jurassic
List.
World.
That was the last great comedy he's ever.
I like Spielberg.
I
Yeah.
always remember the fact that when he was making Jurassic Park, he was making Schindler's List at the same time, and I always thought to myself, "It's good job he hasn't got those confused, isn't it?"
Yeah.
So I want these people to go inside these gas chambers here, and then a T-Rex to come in across the top and break through that. Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong film, sorry.
Jeff Goldblum.
T-Rex wouldn't be able
Jeff
to break in.
Goldblum.
All the doors were made of wood.
I'll tell you what. If it's Schindler's List, a freaking dinosaur came in, it would be the greatest movie ever made.
It would. Jeff Goldblum would have had to have lost a lot more weight, but it was
That's right. But
Yeah. Oh no, it's a Nazi-saurus. He's the.
Nazi.
I think
The Tyrannosaurus has a little mustache.
and a hairpiece,
Yeah.
but he can't salute his with his little arms. It's the worst dinosaur to pick for Hitler.
all the Velociraptors have a little red armband on.
Sorry, Matt. The worst dinosaur to pick for Hitler, which is the best one, a Triceratops, I suppose.
It'll be like a pterodactyl. She's got the long wings. The proper one.
and with that, you have just heard the story of the creation of Kung Fury.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when you said that. Yeah. Oh dear.
So basically, he's not really done anything decent since probably 2002. Catch Me If You
No.
Can. I'm just looking at this
That
now.
was a good movie, though, wasn't it?
Jurassic Park.
I like the
No.
Terminal.
He's
I
done
like the
Jurassic
Terminal.
Park.
I've never
Saving
seen-
Private Ryan, man.
Saving
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
98,
Private Ryan.
Minority
Ninety-
Report.
No, if we're talking summer blockbusters,
I'm just talking
I mean,
about-
Private Ryan
that
is
was
not.
a summer blockbuster. What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? It's not.
No, I don't.
No,
You're
it's just.
you're talking of fun, innocent films. Well, not innocent.
Yeah.
Jurassic fucking Park is
Yeah.
eating people, but
No, but I mean,
think
it's not E.T. or Indiana Jones, is it? Saving Private Ryan.
I
Well,
quite liked War of the Worlds. Didn't mind that.
I thought it. Yeah, it
Oh,
was okay.
No.
Did-
But then
It
you've
was-
got Munich,
This summer,
Indiana
I want you
Jones.
to meet
Tintin.
Private Ryan and his friends as they go off on a credible adventure. Where they all
Hey guys, let's all go to Europe.
Yeah.
Captain Miller's European Vacation.
That's right. You got Tom Hanks there going, Goonies never say die.
My favorite
Ah.
thing about the whole War of the Worlds is the ending, which I think is in the original book or the original screenplay, is where it says, God in all his wisdom put germs on the earth which killed the Martians. You'd think God in all his wisdom just wouldn't create Martians.
Well,
That would be better.
that was a
Or-
different
or
god that created
humans.
that was a different god that created
That
the
was the
Martians,
Martian
you idiot.
god.
Yeah, that was Martian god.
I see.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
the
You're
human
such an
god.
oaf. You're such an oaf. You know the Queen's
Know your gods,
definitely
Phil.
thrown you off your game. I don't, you know,
So look, all I know is that human god 1, Martian god 0.
yeah.
Okay.
So far.
Yes.
One of us
Well-
one of us survived to make a movie about it. That's one right
Right,
there.
right. It's 100% accurate as well.
No matter how
So
hard
put
you try,
Spielberg back on the winners. He could do a combination of Saving Private Ryan with Schindler's List, little crossover.
Yeah. I'm
I think
surprised.
that's,
he-
I think that's his. I think
Saving
that's a
Schindler's
serious.
List.
That I love the fact of somebody running back and going, Sir, I've got the list. What about the names on it? No, but I've got the list.
Saving Private Ryan, Steve.
Well, apparently,
Ryan Bird.
apparently 3 of the brothers on the list died. So we need to get the 4th one. Where is he? Auschwitz. Oh,
We gotta get. Looks like we got a long walk to go, boys. Saddle up.
in all seriousness, though, I mean, it's kind of a World War II trilogy, isn't it? It's got Empire of the Sun, Schindler's List, and Saving Private Ryan. I mean, I think that's a.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Empire of the Sun for a minute. By the way, has everybody seen
Never
that?
seen it.
Yes.
No.
No,
Fantastic.
you
not
you
for a
said you
long
were a
time.
Spielberg fanatic.
No, I said I was a fanboy.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was a fanatic.
Well,
I've
fans
grown
with
a beard.
fanatic-
I've grown a beard.
All right.
That's how I'm a fan.
I've not
Christian-
seen one of his films.
Isn't
That is-
fanboy more into it than just fan?
Yeah.
If you're a fanboy, aren't you like borderline,
No,
mental
I think it's just someone who
issues?
just. I don't think it's just I just like all his work except for whatever it's called. Empire of the Sun. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Christian
color
Bale,
purple
actually.
crap. Get it out of here. Get it out of
Chris-
here. I want.
Christian Bale
God.
actually stars in that movie as a child.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, he
I know all
does.
about it. I've just never watched it.
It's great.
It's not that good of a. I don't think it's that good.
No, it's great. I love it. I think
I haven't
it's
seen it in a
fantastic.
long time. It's not as
dog
good as
shit.
Hook. Hook is his best movie.
Oh, now.
Empire of the Sun,
He's
though,
not giving sequels.
it's got some. It's pretty heavy.
I loved
though,
it when
isn't
I loved it when the Nazis invaded Neverland. That was great.
Oh, that was great. When they rounded up all the kids for that concentration camp,
That's
and it was
right.
about homework, but it was about doing your homework. Who knew they were so wholesome?
Hook shaved these two parts of his mustache, left the center. Dustin Hoffman, even. That's crazy.
I'm so glad Robin Williams is dead. I don't know why anybody thought that guy was fun.
He wasn't funny, but I
He
don't know how
wasn't.
he's dead.
Wow.
That there is our tagline for this stream. I'm so glad Robin Williams is dead.
Wow. Sounded like a sniper there, Sean.
I maintain to you all three that his best movie was Survivors with Walter Matthau. That's the best Robin Williams movie.
Really?
I'm a Good Morning Vietnam guy myself.
I don't, because it's completely historically inaccurate,
Who gives a fuck?
and it's kind
So
of
was
no,
Schindler's
communist.
sorry.
List.
It's
Guys,
anti-World
seriously,
Cup.
seriously, his best movie was my favorite of his was Mrs. Doubtfire because I like dressing in women's clothes as well.
You kind
I
of
mean,
look like Mrs.
no,
Doubtfire.
yeah,
I like
What,
what
like
dreams make
nobody
art.
here
That's
surprised.
What is-
Yeah.
I like dressing women clothes too. And everybody's
Yeah.
like, uh-huh.
yeah,
It's not
I can
blank.
see that.
Yeah, figures.
Tell us something we don't know, asshole.
Yeah,
My geography
dude.
teacher's middle name was Bernard.
it's like
I
when
did not know that.
that's
Only his lovers knew that.
Well, I used to
only
scream
his
in
lovers
bed.
called him that. Yeah. Oh, Bernard. So
Mr. Smith, Bernard,
Bernard.
you Pip.
Oh, Bernard, I'm arriving. I'm there.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
that's-
I would say, given the content of this stream, with all the new stuff we've done, we have proven that you can put lipstick on a pig.
Hey, leave my wife out of this.
I was. Thank you for proving my point. So I say we wrap it up.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy this. We do have a new way of streaming, and I think it works much better. We don't have the lip sync issues. We don't have all the other stuff that seems to happen. So we were able to put your chats up on the screen. I'm really pleased with how this works.
It looks
So,
good.
Hmm.
At least there was some good that came out of all this racist hatred.
Hey, we were sexist as well. Don't give us that.
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
underestimating
Matt B's wife. Don't leave the ladies out of it.
you.
You are welcome.
Matt is going to be next week. Matt is going to be just dead as soon as this thing shuts off live. Well,
You'll
the
see
last
you'll be
scene,
showing up.
the last scene will be a frying pan just going towards his head before it cuts. Are you off? Are you off screen now? Right.
She's probably in the kitchen right
Christ,
now,
this is my
pissing in
life.
the dinner.
So what's new?
Yeah.
Oh, act like you,
His
like you
gravy's,
don't ask.
his
for
gravy's
that.
a bit watery.
He didn't mention that he asked for that specifically.
Yoda's like that. Fuck this.
Go on then, Yoda. Wrap up.
50 years of building a life, and this is the culmination. I'm just I just want to die. Thank you for watching this insanity
Car crash.
that we call Outpost Frequencies from the Last Movie Outpost.com. Dear God, Hollywood, give us something to talk about next week, please. I'm begging you.
Just for the record, for the viewers, I thought since the Queen died and there's a new king, I wanted to talk about the brilliant movie Excalibur, but these three assholes shot that down. They wanted
Well,
to
Excuse me. And no, wait. Let's get this clear. Myself and Yoda were happy to talk about it, but somebody has never seen it.
Aren't you British?
Why would I watch that?
Oh, okay.
That's
You've never
just-
seen that movie?
Excalibur.
Why would you watch that? Why wouldn't you?
I can't believe
What's good
that.
about it?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Well,
I'm
from 19
disgusted.
It was hardcore nudity
Martin
in
Bourne.
fantasy films
Dude, it's
well
a-
before Game of Thrones.
It's a
How old is it
masterpiece.
then?
I am shocked and appalled. To be fair,
Excalibur movie.
I
You ever
am
want to see a
shocked,
hot young
appalled,
Helen
little
Mirren
hungry.
naked?
I did.
Let's have a look.
This is literally
1981,
September
yeah?
11th.
you got to watch it just for the accents, Matt. It's great.
Oh, was
sorry,
it
didn't put
American
Excalibur
British
out.
accents?
I didn't pull the sword out of the stone star. It was not me. I'll put it back in if you like.
1981. Is that the one?
It is a great,
Yeah,
Yes.
John Baldwin.
yeah, it's a great
brilliant.
movie, man.
Really? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is no
It-
joke.
It does lose its mind a little bit at the end, but it manages to pull up before it hits the ground.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do tomorrow. I was going to do that first reaction
That's
video.
what
that
she
we
said.
promised to do tomorrow. I'm going to watch that. Necromantic, is it?
Yep.
Oh, Necromantic. Yeah,
I'm going to do that tomorrow because,
yeah.
like I said,
Look,
my
people
wife's
should look
going up
forward to
to.
that. That should be a lot of.
Wife's going up to Buckingham Palace to put some flowers down with some of her friends. So while she's doing that,
Why?
I shall sit here and watch Necromantic.
All
we-
right.
You
we
should
got
watch
to
it
Necromantic.
together. You guys,
I'd rather watch Necromantic than go to the Queen's funeral.
kind of the same thing.
Well,
though,
she's
isn't
not going
it?
to the funeral, mate. We're not that important. But
I when it was Meghan's wedding,
Matt,
to whoever,
how
whichever-
much? How many million pounds would it take for you to have Necromantic with the now dead Queen?
Oh, not
What's
a
the
lot.
lowest amount you?
Probably 1
What's the
million.
lowest amount you take? 1 million.
probably I'll do it for 1 mil.
Yeah, I'd
Because
probably do it
Oh,
for
mates
500
mates, you
grand.
go, you never guess where I've been.
You wouldn't do it just
the
for the
stories
bragging
you'd get to
rights?
tell.
What,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
that
You would do it just for the bragging rights?
Just because you've probably fucked a dead queen, I'm not gonna.
I can't find it now.
Disavow.
I did
You
have a
fucked- you
photo.
fucked Freddie Mercury?
I did have a photo of I
He didn't ask
photoshopped
his name.
myself. I photoshopped myself into the. Oh, who's that?
That was my wife.
Oh,
Oh, here
Uh-oh.
it comes.
Oh boy.
bye, Matt.
Good
Bye,
boy.
bye, Matt. We love you. Good luck,
I'll
mate.
turn the computer around so you
Oh,
can see it
if
coming
Matt
downstairs.
dies-
Watch get horrified.
Should I full screen
Matt
him so
dies,
we can
this will
really
be the
get
worst.
the impact?
What's
Oh,
going on?
dear.
up
If
there?
Matt dies, it'll literally
Something
be the worst
important.
thing to ever happen on the month.
Yeah, Matt. When you die, can I have your Superman figures? I just want to
Please
use them to
come.
play with. Oh.
You-
To make him kiss.
No, I'm on the live stream. Come and say hello to the guys. Come on, look here. Like, it's over there somewhere. Oh, she's gone.
Look at her run.
Oh dear, he is in so much trouble. Matt,
She doesn't want to
oh
have to
my-
explain that black eye.
Matt,
She
how
loves
have you, how long have you had the death wish?
Well,
Oh,
I've been with
dear.
my wife for
Oh, he's-
35 years, so 35 years.
Bloody hell.
So this
That's
has been
terrible.
last.
Although
Movie
that gives me
Outpost.com. No, we're
that gives
done.
me a lot of
We're
respect
done,
for her.
goddammit.
Look, Yoda wants to go. Done enough. Sick of us.
We're now offensive across multiple continents. Isn't that wonderful?
Hey, look, Robert Peach, good show. You know it, Robert.
Yeah, damn right.
Thank you.
This is Come to lastmovieoutpost.com where we have all the latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything good about film. You can reach me at Drunken Yoda 1. You can reach Phil at Boba Phil on Twitter. And of course, our main Twitter, which I'll
Instagram.
I'll
Instagram.
where to scroll. At Movie Outpost is our Twitter. And yes, we do have an Instagram at Last Movie Outpost. And of course, our Facebook at /Movie Outpost, which we see that we got 1 like and somebody was watching us on there. So thank you very much.
That was me. Sorry. Did I burst that bubble? Just to burst that bubble. I'm sorry. Do you want me to unlike it? Hang on.
No, you confess that when we're not live, you dumb fuck.
There you go. I've got rid of it now. Look. I've got rid of it.
Still there.
Oh, that's weird.
Give it a second to update.
It was Phil's mum.
You can't.
It was Phil's mum.
I really hope not.
I liked it for you, darling.
That's what that phone call was about. Siri, should I like
you want
it
to
on
tell me
Facebook?
again?
What's my password?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Mom. It's the same. It's always been.
That's my locker combination.
That's what I use on my luggage.
Anyway,
I'm spent. I got nothing. Somebody close us out. Christ.
Yeah, so you can find it. Yeah, on all those places. You can find us on http semicolon / www.lastmovieoutpost.com.
don't forget to like our MySpace page. Yes, I am doing the Instagram at the moment.
where
I'm putting up some
Instagram
interesting
account, which
stuff.
you can actually follow. You can. Yeah, some interesting. You can
Yay,
follow me on
we
there
broke
too if you really
Yoda.
like stuff even spots here. And
What he doesn't
me and
realise
Phil's,
is
exploit.
yeah,
I'm
exploitation.
trying to close
films.
this out, you fucktard. Will you be quiet for a second?
No,
Yeah, we'll have those coming.
See ya.
We got to wrap this up because somebody I actually want to watch is about to live stream on YouTube. So,
for more of this. I mean, who wouldn't want it?
No, don't try this at home, kids. We're professionals.
Professional what?
Jury's out. So we'll be back next week with something. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. In the meantime, you can get all the latest news on lastmovieoutpost.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.